to hear my verse. Cause yeah, they said it, but I said it first. So
hey guys, welcome back to Bass Boxing Outdoors. Today I am going to be doing a little review. I've been looking on YouTube and I noticed that they really didn't have any reviews of this what they call a tungsten swing jig head, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I know they do have a few reviews on there, but they don't show what it would look like if it was in the water or different ways that you could fish it. So I thought it would be kind of cool to just kind of give y'all an idea of this. This would be a good way for y'all to get a different perspective on these swinging ball heads. And for y'all that don't know what it is, it's a little, basically like a little football jig with a swinging head on it. Makes that bait swing back and forth. So anyways, I'm gonna give y'all a little tour of this. This first bait is gonna be this Z-Man Razor Shad Z, and this is in a black and blue laminate, which is one of my favorite colors by them. So anyways, here's the first review of this, and as you can tell, it makes a lot of noise, and you can swim it. It'll vibrate through there kind of like a vibrating jig, but I think that's kind of cool how that bait just kind of stands up there. Looks like a little fish feeding off the bottom. And like I said, you can swim it around. That little head will allow that bait to swim. So yeah, anyways, I thought that would be pretty cool to show y'all this. Like I said, that's that Z-Man Razor Shad, which a lot of people like to use on the back of a chatterbait. They do make a great chatterbait bait trailer. So anyways, I just thought I'd show y'all that. And this is a lot of people use just straight up creature style baits on these little swing heads, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to see what it would look like with some of these different profile and types of baits. So anyways, there's this, and like I said, that right there looks really good. I mean, that's a great presentation of a fish just basically just bouncing around eating off the bottom. How it's just standing up like that, I mean, that's a deadly combination. So next up, we're gonna do another one of a lot of people's favorites, and that will be the 10,000 fish Yodo worm. And a lot of people like this bait, including me. Once again, this is another bait that a lot of people will use on a chatterbait or a vibrating jig or something like that. And like I said, this is the 10,000 fish Yodo worm, also known as the tickle tail. And this also is the blue crawl. So let's get this in here and see what this looks like. So once again, you get that side to side wobble, and that's another perfect little example. I mean, that's a good combination right there. You get that little bitty tail waving in the air. Yeah, I mean, that right there's a good combo. I think you could catch a lot of fish doing that. And I just wanted to let y'all know, I really like doing these tank reviews, because it gives me an idea of what the bait's gonna perform like underwater. Too bad we can't really swim it through the water like we would want to, but anyways, so I hope y'all enjoy them as much as I do. I like to kind of give y'all an idea of of what y'all are fishing with, or if this is a style that y'all would like to try. A lot of y'all might not even know about these things, or maybe y'all don't want to spend the money on them because of what you don't know what they're going to do. These heads are expensive. You only get two. Most of the time you only get two in a pack, and they're like $5. So I mean, that's basically $2.50 per head. That's the only thing I gotta say is them things are expensive. So next up, we're gonna do the Z-Man hula stick, and I got a feeling this is gonna look pretty interesting because I know how that they look on a Ned head, and they look pretty good on a Ned head. So next up, we have the hula sticks, and this is in California crawl. And so let's see how the hula stick looks. So once again, you get that stand-up profile, and you can just imagine with this being in running water, that thing is going to sway back and forth whenever it's sitting down on the bottom. That thing's just going to wiggle back and forth with the current, and that's going to cause a lot of commotion, and them fish are going to come down there and check it out. That's for sure. I do like the tail on the end of it, how it's split up like that. And it basically, almost looks like a crawfish, like a small crawfish at the end with those pinchers dividing up like that. So you can bet a lot of fish will check that out. And here it is in a swimming. So it swims pretty good. So anyways, I just thought that'd be cool to show that. And like I said, it's all about trying different profiles of baits on these heads. A lot of people buy them and think that, we can only use a beaver style bait, or a creature or crawl, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you need to step outside of your comfort zone and try something a little bit different that you may think might not work, and show them fish something a little bit different, especially if you're fishing a pond or a lake with a lot of pressure. And sometimes whenever you show them just something a little bit different, you can end up having yourself a frenzy and catching a lot of fish. Next up, we're gonna have, these are the Big Bite Baits Tour Series, and these are the 4.4 finesse swimmers, and these are in a baby brim. And we got these in the box, I believe, last month in the Monster Bass box, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But anyways, these are a paddle tail swimmer. So anyways, you can see that's some really good action with that tail as it swims up and down. I mean, that right there is awesome. You're going to get a lot of reaction strikes off of that fish. I mean, that's some really good action. That tail makes a world of a difference. And like I said, if you were swimming it through the water, you could see that tail just vibrating through. And on the fall and up and down, I mean, that's a good combo. And once again, like I said, this is something that a lot of people probably wouldn't try, would be a little swimmer on the back of one of these jig heads. Like I said, most people stick to the creatures or the beaver style baits. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't hurt to get out and try something just a little bit different every now and then. So anyways, that's that Big Bites swimmer. Next up, we're going to do one of my favorites. And this is going to be the 13 Fishing. My name's Jeff. And I've really gotten into where I like their baits. They got some really interesting baits. This one is going to be in a cold cut color, which is another almost like black and blue. It's a real interesting color, I'll give it that. I really like it. And like I said, these are called My Name's Jeff, kind of a weird name, but they're infused with donkey sauce, which gives off a real, like a major scent. It's not bad, it don't stink real bad. So anyways, here's that My Name's Jeff. And once again, you got really good, it almost floats up kind of like the Z-Man. They got, these baits are really cool. I don't know if y'all have ever really looked into the 13 fishing rubber worms, but these swim baits right here, they have a bunch of air pockets in them, and they also have like little dots on the bottom, basically where you can insert the hooks. And they almost have like a hollow belly filling. I don't know how you would explain it, but they're almost kind of like hollow in the middle. And I guess that allows them to get a lot of air in it, and that tail just kind of stands up, kind of like the Z-Man. You can see it laying there on the bottom, and that's going to cause a lot of reaction. Get them reaction bites. So anyways, that's the My Name's Jeff by 13 Fishing. A lot of y'all have been asking me to do these tank reviews, so I've been trying to come up with different baits and ideas to do, and I thought about this one today because, like I said, a lot of people don't even show anything on these swim heads like this, and I was kind of curious why. I mean, I know a lot of people know they're out there, and a lot of people know how to fish with them, and that's good, but sometimes you need to see what's going on with them under that water. And so, like I said, this gives you an idea of what's going to happen when they're in the water. Next up, we have another one of a lot of people's favorites as far as crawl baits go, and it's probably one of mine too, and that's the Guggen Kraken Crawl. And this is in an Okeechobee crawl, which is a black and blue and green, a real interesting color. And see, that's why a lot of people like them right there. You can get the same performance out of the Strike King Rage Crawl, but I do think this one performs just a little bit better than the Rage Crawl. Their pinchers, or claws, or whatever you want to call them, man, they put off a lot of action. That up and down motion, I'm sorry, a bass sees that standing around, bouncing around the bottom or swimming, even if you swim it through, you're going to get a lot of action and vibration through that water. And man, the color on that thing is just beautiful. So anyways, like I said, this is your crawl profile, and this is normally what a lot of people fish with these swinging heads on there, is a crawl style bait. And if you pick the right ones out and put them on there, you're going to get a lot of bites. The action's going to make, it's going to trigger that strike. If you put baits on there that ain't doing nothing but just sitting there, more than likely that bass is not going to be too interested unless he's just really hungry. So anyways, that's the Guggen Kraken Crawl, and I'm very impressed with what that looks like on that jig. I mean, them appendages and claws are just creating all kinds of racket. So next up, I'm sorry y'all, this is going to be kind of a little bit of a long video, but I know some people don't care. Next up, we're going to have the 13 Fishing Ninja Crawl. And this is another one. Like I said, I like 13 Fishing. I like their products. They do a really good job on them. They last. They're not one of those that are just gonna you know, you're not going to get just a couple of bites and then they're going to fall apart. They're durable. And like I said, this is the 13 Fishing Ninja Crawl. And this one is in a Royal Irishman. And I want y'all to look at this color. This color is kind of crazy. It's got a purple silver. And then on the other side, it's a green, like a green and gold. So that's another thing about the 13 Fishing. They make a lot of weird colors. I mean, there's a lot of colors that you don't see around a lot. Okay, so this one performs kind of like the Kraken Crawl. I mean, those little bitty old pinchers make a lot of vibration. And that, like I said, that makes a lot of sense to a bass to hit something that's standing around like that or swimming through the water. And that color, I like that color. I might have to pick up some more of them. That color looks really good. I hope y'all can see that. I mean, that color puts off a lot of shine and reflection. So anyways, that's the 13 Fishing Ninja Crawl. If y'all have never tried them out, I would recommend getting some. They're a small profile, almost kind of like a little bit bigger than what you would use for a Ned rig, but you can use these on a Ned rig. And them claws float. And like I said, their bodies are kind of hollow. And I don't know why that is. I guess it's made to make them float a little bit. So anyways, and that right there, they're 3 inches long and they weigh 3/8 of an ounce. And next up, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. This is the X-Zone 6-inch MB fat finesse worm. And it's supposed to be a floating style, so if it's a floating style, it should kind of float up underneath that water, which will be really good. So this is gonna be the last one I'm gonna do. So this is the X-Zone finesse worm, and it's in a red bug. So let's see what this looks like. Sitting on the bottom. Be really nice if it stands up. All right, so that ain't bad. That's not bad at all. It's sitting there just kind of floating through the water, that tail sticking out on the end. And the color looks really nice. I like that red bug. That's nice. Got that little sparkle of blue in it with green. And like I said, it's falling down real slow. And you can just imagine with any kind of underwater current, that thing's going to be swaying back and forth. And that's the whole point of a swing head, is to kind of give that bait that's on there the freedom to move around a little bit more than what it would if you were just having it on a hook or a bullet weight or anything like that. So yeah, that's nice. I mean, I wonder we're going to try this wacky rig and see what it would be. And I'm just going to run the hook through the middle of it. Normally I would use some kind of ring to it, an O-ring, but we're just going to try this out real quick and see what it would look like if you just prevented it to them wacky style. Okay. So that's kind of interesting. You get that, it's got that the worm vibrates like back and forth going down. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but you get that flutter. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then there it is. It just lays down slowly. All right, so yeah, that's cool. See, that's another thing. You can wag it up. If you were fishing an area that wasn't too brushy or, you know, too hard to get hung up in, you could actually throw that wacky style on that head and get it down to that bigger fish faster. So anyways, so that was today's review on the Tungsten swing head jig. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I hope y'all didn't get bored. But anyways, I just want to give a shout out to all y'all. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for taking time out of y'all's busy day to watch this. And I really appreciate y'all's support on this channel. We're growing quicker than I thought we would. And I really appreciate that. Like I said, make sure y'all get in on that giveaway. It's on the Basscasters video. I think it's like the 3rd video back. Make sure y'all get in on that, because that's going to be a big giveaway. I mean, you're talking probably 20 baits that I'm going to be loading into a box to send to somebody. So anyways, y'all get in on that. So anyways, till next time, thanks y'all, and y'all have a blessed day.